It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see this team's towering tight end. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. Buckle up. There's football coming your way under the lights on Sunday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That is easier said than done, but I think these two teams...
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, Fody did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. An early test to start this one, 3rd and inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
He's just such a hard guy to get on the ground. You can see just his strength and his ability to fight through contact. But give credit to the defense. They kept coming after him, and eventually they got him down on the ground, and they got him down for a loss.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. Well, that is a fitting end to this drive. Nothing works. He loses yardage on 3rd down. Here comes 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They bring their tight end right. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Here's the punter now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The defense has got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
First and 10. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. Motion man set right. A run on first and goal. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Inside the 5, it is second and goal. They'll look to throw. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Big play coming up, third and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, that's going to set up fourth down. So instead of going for the first down, In comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the visitors will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Third down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. 3rd and long. Caught, left side, it's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll air it out down the middle. That's hard. And he will go all the way. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. At issue, did the ball cross the goal line? A reminder, it just needs to be the tip of the football just breaking the front of the plane where that white goal line begins. And it needs to be indisputable, which can sometimes be difficult with all those bodies in there. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule, in fact, he did not get the football across the plane, the goal line. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. He's got his big tight end. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The PAT, up and good. And the visitors are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Trying to set up the screen, but he just had to spike that one. This will be incomplete. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And we'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get this out to his running back. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They motion a receiver right. They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing right. It's taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. Handoff here, up the middle, and nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Throwing now from the gun. A pass taken in by Johnson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. On comes the punter now, as he is on to kick it away. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a give on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Sending a receiver right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. That one intercepted. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Now, the extra point. The kick is good. And his guys are on the board. It's 10-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. They'll look to throw. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll look to throw here on first down. This one complete right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This team's offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. That is catch number 60 for the season. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this very close to a first down. A nice run there. They'll just end up a little bit short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end going right. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to...
He is in. Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the visitors will get out in front 17-7.
17. Our home team, 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. We're all set to kick this one away as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And we'll run you through some of the highlights from earlier in this one. There's just the one touchdown pass. Doesn't look remarkable if you look at the stat sheet, but watching the game, you see when the throws needed to be made, he has made them. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Off play action. He'll set up. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Receiver in motion, headed left. Back to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3-and-out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
He's certainly making a strong case to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, a touchdown earlier, now a sack. When you talk about impacting the game in all areas, this guy's having himself a ball game.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw out of the gun. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. They'll send their tight end left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here's a toss as they look to run. Try to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing. It is 3rd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to get back to a one-possession game. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. One of the tight ends motions right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do...
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. Now, faking the give. That one knocked away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
It's a gain of 12 there. That's enough for a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. They'll drop to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Now, for the point after. His kick is good. And the visitors move out to a 24-10 lead.
Our home team, 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This is 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw yet again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for our visitors. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.